Yeah, that's me. And unmute the game. There we go.
You have no idea how much I had to control myself not to just go as soon as you said unmute you.
How dare you?
That's actually not what I was referencing.
Oh. Okay, we are live.
Yeah.
Let me crank up
Hi, chat.
TV volume. Oh, I guess I can't hear TV volume. Oh well. We're just gonna be playing Fortnite. Been a long time since I played some Fortnite, so that's what we are gonna be doing. Hopefully the visual quality isn't too shit. I haven't used my capture card in forever, so I have no idea how good the gameplay quality is. I don't remember.
If it looks bad, chat, you're gonna have to say something because my thing is super laggy, so I'm not gonna be able to tell if the quality is high or low.
Right now it looks fine. It looks a bit crunchy, but it looks fine. But it can easily change. So, what you want to talk about, babe? Until we get to
Oh, you're the
people.
one who wanted to stream, silly.
Wow.
Silly.
No news stuff you want to talk about or anything? Kitty, kitty.
You're very dumb. I redesigned Jury. I guess I don't know. I don't
Oh
know what
yeah.
counts as news.
I guess we can talk about that. So we have been working on the new Cyclone reboot. Characters are still being thought up. Designs are not. Like right now, we have one character redesigned. Um, we're gonna be redesigning most of the cast. I think the only character I won't redesign is Rampage yet again, because I kind of have like an ongoing meme with myself of never redesigning that character. But yeah, it's been fun working on that. Um, Fortnite. Yes, Fortnort. Indeed. I know that some people probably don't even remember the comic because manga's version has been gone for 3 years now, dear god. Um, but I know some people want it back. I've had people
Has it been
telling me.
that long?
Yes, it has. It's been 3 years.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's been 3 years since I took down that comic. Um,
You working on getting more used to the new art style.
yeah, no pressure. Um, I would say that what I want to do is I'm probably not going to go back to webtoon. I kind of want to just start my own website. I don't know how to make my own website yet though, and I'm going to have to teach myself. So we'll probably be posting the pages to a Twitter until I make the website. But I don't really want to post a webtoon because webtoon turned out to be like really fucking dumb. Damn it, he hired the NPC. I'm getting out of
One
here.
thing that I don't like about one thing I don't like about Webtoon is that the formatting for the comics don't really look like comics because they want it mostly for mobile,
Well, we have to
and
lower
mobile
the
can't
art
really
quality
do
too for that
comic book.
website. And to answer your
What?
question, we have to lower the art quality for webtoons as well. Like, it can't be like a certain size. There's a size limit.
Yeah.
Um, Robo47, you're talking about Edge, and I do have a comic with Edge in it. I did not take that one down for any obvious reason. I took it down when. I mean, actually, it's still up. I'm just not going to update it anymore. There's an archive
It's
of it up. I'm just not going to update that comic anymore because me and Taylor made that together, and the rights of the characters are split. So really, if I were to continue that, all I could use is Edge without possibly having any type of backlash. Oh, I'm gonna have to hook up a charger. Edge is the only
that's why
character I.
I'm making a bunch of cool characters.
Well, if we do decide to do that, when we decide to do that. But for right now,
We were
fuck.
going to. You just haven't given me like as much direction with the characters. You'll tell me occasionally. It's like, oh, Edge has siblings. Oh, you know, like bird guy. That's it for the most part.
Ah, got him. Woo.
Just haven't had as much interest in doing it, which is fine.
Well, it's because I gotta figure out how that whole universe will
Yeah, I
work.
know. There's a lot of restructuring of that world that has to happen.
Yeah, because with the Drifting Edge, I mentioned this before. With the OG Drifting Edge, I took a lot of ideas that I was going to include in Cyclone because I had no idea when I was going to make Cyclone, and I put those in the draft for the Drifting Edge. A whole plot line
Which
no
is
one
not a good idea.
well, no one knows the plot but me and Taylor, because I hardly talked about what the entire plot of the Drifting Edge was going to be. So, for the most part, the Drifting Edge would have to get a whole new story. And those are
Well, it's
scrapped.
just, it's a lot darker of a story than you would really expect a character like Edge to be in.
Yeah, that too. But
Edge is just a silly little guy.
a lot of the story from the Drifting Edge was from the first iteration of Cyclone as well, so hardly any of that got into manga Cyclone, and I don't think really any of it will get into your version of it.
No, likely not.
Because the
I
best
mean, I can't really imagine what would carry over from that.
Well, the evil best friend thing was from the original Cyclone, because in the original Cyclone,
We could probably, okay, I will say that one would probably still carry over. 'Cause that one, like, that one's fine. That one's not too dark and gritty, but you had it set in, like, forces. It was,
well, I was saying, I don't think I'd want Edge to have another evil best friend. I was saying that with the
Yeah, okay,
original,
well, that's fine.
with the original Cyclone, he was gonna have an evil best friend, and
Okay.
Juggler was set up to be his roommate and friend, who then turns evil. And I already have a completely different direction in mind for Juggler now, so I would not be taking Juggler in that direction.
Yeah. I drew Edge, like, semi-recently. I drew him, for Halloween.
Yeah. It's just right now I'm not interested in Edge. Like, we have the new replacement cast already made. Well, some of them. But
Not all of them, yeah,
yeah.
there's
We
a
have
couple that needs to be finalized. And, there's at least 2 that I don't have designs for.
we have a replacement Jay and Edge.
He's not a replacement, Jay. He's his own character.
Well, you
Be
know
nice
what
to
I
him.
mean. He's the
Be
fucking
nice to him.
he's the new version of Jay, so I don't get in fucking trouble. And I was going to keep what's his face? Forget his name now.
Rex?
Rex. I was gonna keep Rex because I definitively own Rex, but I decided not to because he looks really similar to Babble's character. Coincidentally, I made my character first, but I just don't want I don't want him to
The
like.
confusion.
Yeah, I don't want our characters getting confused because we both have like
Yeah.
a rabbit with like a man bun with his hair. With his ears, I mean.
It's not a man bun. It's the ears are put up in a ponytail.
Whatever. You know what I mean.
Call it a man bun.
Semantics. Semantics. But like I was
I
saying,
mean, I
though.
guess they both are man buns because they are both male bunnies. But still.
But yeah, it's just that I haven't really had an interest in Edge right now. I did like mid last year, but there's just so much I have to reconstruct before I'd be interested in doing Edge again.
Yep.
And I just don't have the time to think about it.
I like Itch though. He's a cute little guy.
I like Edge too, but like I said, I had an entire like world thought up for him, an entire mythology thought up for him, and we would be starting over from scratch. I think it would be more likely for us to make the Sonichu thing before we make the Edge thing.
Oh yeah, more than likely.
And we'll definitely be working on a lot of the stories when you're here, so we can
Yes, that is
collaborate
preferable.
together. And I want to get
Yes.
you like a little art area.
I don't really need that, but that would be nice.
Well, we have a lot of room in the front room, so it really wouldn't be that crazy.
Very silly.
But yeah, I don't know what to talk about.
You wanted to stream and you don't know what to talk about? Silly,
I
silly.
haven't been streaming in a long time, and normally when I stream, I'm like covering someone or something.
You see how silly this man is, chat?
Or
You
I
see
used
him?
to have like a bunch of people in the fucking call with me. Now it's hard because like everyone's an adult and everyone's fucking living life. It's hard to get anybody to fucking get into a call anymore. You have to like reschedule everything to get it to
Yeah, I was
happen.
gonna say it's timing, unfortunately. A lot of timing
Yeah.
stuff is often off. And people's days off don't often align.
Yeah, that's the
Not much you
thing
can
though.
do
It's
there.
like when you're in your early to mid 20s, it's easier. But when everyone's in their 30s, nearing their 30s or in their 30s, it's hard to convince people, hey, fucking stop living your life and get into a Discord call with me. I'm gonna be streaming Fortnite.
I
Obviously,
mean,
priorities.
for some 40-year-old men, it's a very easy to stop everything while they're at a McDonald's with their wives and start
Oh,
going on about
don't
Discord
even get
stuff.
me started on fucking Lio. We could probably get fucking
I wasn't gonna
Futon in
name drop,
here.
I was just gonna vague post.
We could get Futon in here if you want.
I'm down for Futon joining if he's up for it.
I'd have to
Is he
ping
not up?
him. He's probably up. He
I don't
usually
know
stays
Futon's
up
schedule.
all
I don't know
hours.
Futon's
He usually stays up all hours of the night. After this
Nick?
match, I'll ping him. I'm playing with
Did
fucking...
you show the edge art I did for Halloween?
I don't have
When
that
was?
saved. I mean, I can
You
look it
don't.
up on
Oh,
Twitter. I told you,
wow.
I told you, I moved all of my art. Oh no, my controller fucking died. I forgot that it was fucking dying. I moved all of my art over to, I moved all of my art over to the other thing. I already told you
You
that.
guys hear this? I make him art and he gets ripped.
All of my archives
Very
have been
sad.
moved to a new hard drive, and that hard drive is not plugged into the computer.
Yeah.
I need to get a new controller. This controller is shit. Long time no see. Family too
It's
important.
pronounced. Fuck, I can't even say it.
actually JFeg.
Yeah, that's what the way you said that. I'm trying to kill you.
It's actually GIF. Not gonna lie though, this
Don't
season
you
of
mean in general? That's what I was thinking of. That's what
Don't
it
you
was.
mean in general? You know, a Sonic tuber I miss is Lord Danny. What happened to her? Um, I'm not gonna talk too much about it because like it's none of my fucking business. But basically, Danny decided to focus on college and thought that being on YouTube might be a little risky for her because of fucking social life shit, which is fine. Like, I was really controversial and really edgy, and now some people fucking get arrested in England for, like, saying the wrong shit. So I can completely understand Danny not wanting to fucking associate with me. Plus, me and her were having issues when I was off my meds, and we never really, like, patched things up. I apologized. I extended the bridge for her
I don't
to
think you
hang
were
out with me again.
diagnosed just yet at that
I
time.
wasn't,
I think
no.
you were like in therapy.
Yeah. But I extended the bridge for her to associate with me again if she ever does want to. But I don't expect her to. So that's just really it. She's living her own life. Her and Dolly, they're just doing their own things. They're not even on social media anymore. She's on Twitter occasionally. But other than being on Twitter, Danny is fucking gone. She doesn't upload to YouTube anymore. Makes sense. She was kind of my inspiration for designing Metal Sonic. Yeah, I really me and her came up with a lot of ideas and we were working on a lot of stuff. And I think my favorite thing to do with Lord Danny was read creepypastas. I really liked doing Pasta Fridays and I've been tempted to bring it back. I'm just trying to work up the willpower to do it because I get depressed a lot. So it's really hard to go back to that series um, because of that. England is scary. The real internet police. They are. Like, it's not even the
They
internet
know, they
police. Like,
literally
they're the
are.
internet Gestapo. Like, they
Did
literally
you
show up
know?
at your house to send you to the camp.
Did did you know that in England, if you just like someone's tweet that is seen as
Yes, yes. That's what I was saying. They're
as
literally a
hateful
Gestapo.
towards any type of group, like you can report them to the police and that will be put on your record and it will be filed under a non-crime hate crime. Like there's no crime committed, but like you're still being fucking marked down as committing a crime, and that will affect you and be on your resume or like be on your thing for 6 years.
We have
So anytime
freedom
you're
of
trying to get
speech.
a
It's just
job,
some
they're not
speech.
going to be looking into like they're going to see your record and see that you were listed with a crime, and they're not going to look into what that crime is, so you're just not going to be hired. It's dystopian.
We have freedom of speech. It's just some speech is freer than others. Just fucking
I
lunacy.
literally saw something today saying that the UK, more specifically England, is the second most miserable place to live in the world.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't
Which
doubt
is
it.
just I'm not
So how
shocked.
everything been, Dylan? We haven't talked in a long time. I don't know who you are. Are you
Yeah, I've
someone I
got no
know?
clue.
Like, is this your usual account name, or are you under a new account? Because if I'm not knowing you, I feel really bad, but I have memory loss. So, yeah.
He
But,
does.
um, things have been pretty chill. I got a new job a bit ago. Took a few weeks to get adjusted to it. I've been employed for at this new place for a month now. I just hit my 1 month anniversary. Pays good, a lot of work, Been working my fucking ass off. Haven't had any free time. This is like my first bit of free time. 2 days off, back to back. Might do more streaming tomorrow. Finally bothered to boot up Fortnite again. Bought some skins and shit because of course. Um, and yeah, just chilling with this. I want to get back into content creation, but like I'm prioritizing a lot of life stuff first. So like right now, uploading videos is like 1 to every 2 weeks, like 1 to 2 weeks, if I can help it. I have some videos recorded though. I have some fan fictions recorded to upload on uh, the Chaos channel, and then I'm gonna be recording hopefully two two of the social media lunacies tomorrow. If I have it my way, I'll be recording two social media lunacies tomorrow. Oh fuck, I'm dead. That guy had impeccable aim. The last time we talked, it was 2024, but it's all good. 2024. Oh, well, that wasn't too long ago. I guess I just don't recognize the
I
username.
think that was in a stream too, wasn't that?
I have
Like
no
stream
clue.
chat.
Whatever you do, don't buy a Sonichu medallion.
Don't worry, I won't let him, even to hang up as a display.
She won't let me get the fucking Sonichu plush. And I want the Sonichu plush.
No, the
because...
Sonichu plush is also cursed. Have you seen that? That thing is imbued in cursed artifactness. Like I think you will just die on the spot if you buy the
want
Sonichu
to get
plush.
the fucking Sonichu plush. It has Chris Chan's
No.
lines recorded into it. I want to fucking get it.
No, you will be cursing your bloodline if you get that thing.
I don't know if you remember what we talked about the Knuckles show. Oh, okay, in the Penders comic.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I remember that now. So update, yes, update on all of that shit. So fucking Richard Kuda got fucking a ton of shit again. Richard Kuda got in a ton of shit again. Yes, Richard Kuda got in.
He literally, babe. Listen back to what you just said. He's always.
I know. I was gonna say Richard Kuda got in a ton of shit again. We're not gonna talk about it because I'm debating on if I want to make a video on it or not. But the main takeaway is Richard Kuda is claiming that he was groomed into liking diapers, which is first of all Doodle Tone's defense. Second of all, complete fucking horse shit. He's been in the diapers for longer than most people even knew that baby furs were a thing. Like, he is such a fucking liar. And third of all, no one would want to groom Richard Kuda. I can just I assume Richard Kuda's older than pretty much everybody. And I've only ever seen
his 40s.
I've only ever seen a woman with him once in those diaper pictures and videos. And
was she aware?
I don't know if it was
or was
trolls.
She held captive?
I don't know if it was trolls making the post or not, but he made post requesting for someone to come to his house and take care of him like a baby on Craigslist. I don't know if it was a troll or not, but I was watching that when it was happening like 10 plus years ago. So he's a fucking liar. He's a liar, and he acts like that he's been done with it for a long time. He's been done with the diaper shit since the pandemic. And that's because he had to sell his crib. He was so broke he had to sell his crib and stuff.
See, most people, when you say that, you're like, oh, damn, he had to sell his house now. With him, it's a lot more pathetic.
No, his literal crib. His baby crib. Did you see Wings pushing his wife? Actually, I'll read Robo's
I think
first.
singing.
Random thought, but Min, I envy the fans. They don't know the lore and drama of the Sonic fandom. Like, better. Yeah, same. Did you see Wings pushing his wife? Yes, I did. We are going to be hopefully covering that tomorrow on Social Media Lunacy. So I don't want to get into that too much. And since we have a lot of people in chat, I'm going to activate chat. So hopefully you'll see chat.
What the fuck does that mean? You're activating chat?
Yeah, it'll be on the screen now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, chat will be on screen. So,
You might want to be careful with doing that.
what do you mean?
You're dumb.
There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, something about Knuckles having. Oh, wait, what? Something about Knuckles having similarities with Jewish people. No, it straight up is. Like Knuckles in
Wait,
Judaism kept
babe,
happening over and over again.
look at the chat you have up. I think you have the wrong chat.
No. I'm using a thing called StreamerBot, and it has like a thing where it doesn't refresh, so it's showing like the old chat. I thought we would have enough new chat to filter out the old chat.
It should. Is it? It says 21 new messages. It's paused. You might want to.
Oh, is it paused? Here, let me unpause
It
it.
says it's paused.
There we go. There. Thank you, babe. Thanks for pointing that out. I didn't see that it was paused there.
I didn't know you could pause. I don't know what that thing
I'm
is.
assuming. Oh fuck! I'm assuming it booted up paused.
Probably.
I'm gonna fucking die. I ain't got no gun.
Oh yeah, it's ancient. There you go. There's a lot newer messages now.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's.
I'm delayed. I'm watching this stream delayed.
Yeah. It should be fixed
At
now,
least
though.
that guy who was shooting at you had dog shit aim. He was so far off.
Yeah, he took advantage of me fixing chat, and he almost had me. But fucking yeah. I with Richard Kuda though. I still haven't been motivated to do Sonic Insanities, so I don't know when I'll talk about this, if I'll talk about it, so I don't feel like I'm stripping content. But Richard Kuda was spurging the fuck out because they did a
Take this
update.
shit no more.
Yeah, I can't take this shit no more. And they updated the Sonic website, the Sonic Channel website, and it does not have an English translation because Sonic Channel is only for Japanese people. So people were using Google Translate on it. Well, Google Translate done goofed because when it was translating the manual for Sonic Spinball, instead of saying Mount Mobius, it said Planet Mobius. And that's because the Japanese language is very weird and easily mistranslatable. I have brought this up God knows how many different times, but it mistranslated it. Well, Richard Kuda, like he always does, he celebrated way too early. And he was dancing around telling people, Planet Mobius is canon! Even though, if it was, like, legit, it would still just be the manual for Sonic Spinball, and they did not put Sonic Spinball in the official timeline. All they did was translate the manual to Sonic Spinball. Not to mention there are characters from fucking Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog in Sonic Spinball. So,
You know what is canon though?
what?
Sonic Shuffle.
Yes.
Sonic Shuffle
One
is
day
canon.
we will get to talk about that. But people pointed out to Kuda that it was a mistranslation and that it was actually Mount Mobius. Now anybody else would handle this rationally. They'd be like, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry,
That's
mistranslation.
mature adult.
Didn't know. I'm not someone who sleeps in a baby crib." But Richard Kuda, he frothed out the mouth and started screaming, no, Sally, no, Sally, no. And he started, like, fucking harassing everyone, like he always fucking does. And then after he gets a ton of shit for harassing people, he whined about how he was the victim, blocked everybody, privated his fucking Twitter, and ran away again, like he always fucking does. So, that is...
And he wonders why Sega will never acknowledge Sally. Why Sega wants nothing to do with the Archie comics.
Well,
It's literally because of him and people like him.
The thing that really gets me about Kuda is that he does all this shit, and then he blames the Sega fans. When, like, this time, all they did was tell you you mistranslated something. Like, that's all they did. Like, yeah, there will always be the two people who want to troll you and dunk on you. But like that's not the Sonic fan base. The Sonic fan base just don't want you fucking shoving Sally in everything. And the funny thing is like other media characters are getting attention, even fan characters from Sega. Like there was a silver metal Sonic put in Speed Simulator that looked weirdly similar to Furnace Metal Sonic. Um, there is Tangle and Whisper still getting included in stuff and getting merchandise. Like,
Which is honestly crazy.
yeah, like Sega is doing stuff with other media, including fandom stuff. They just don't want to do shit with the Freedom Fighters, and Kuda can't fucking handle that. So every chance he gets, he froths out the mouth and fucking like rages about it. Even though, like, really, he should be
People
over
like
it
him
by
are
now.
literally why people like him are literally why Sega wants nothing to do with them.
He should be over it by now because, like, Archie has been canceled for going on damn near 10 years. The fucking show has been canceled for, like, I think 20 years. Like, these
Honey,
characters. What?
you've seen what that man does in his off time. I don't think he can get over anything.
Well, yeah, he can't even get over his childhood right now. But what I'm saying is, though, is that fucking, he acts like that if Sally isn't acknowledged as an official character and gets to date Sonic, then everything he's ever lived for is illegitimate and that nothing matters. But the thing is like Techno the Canary isn't used by Sega anymore. Anton Veruca isn't used by Sega anymore. Cosmo isn't used by Sega anymore. Fucking Tails' girlfriend isn't used by Sega anymore.
Zoe.
Yeah, Zoe. Those characters are not used, but that doesn't mean they're not Sonic characters, and people still like them. Like, why do. Yeah, I like Rotor and Nicole as well, but why do people care so much? Like, why do people care so much about, like, them being canon and being in the games? Like, I, for one,
Because
like.
if they're canon, it's real to them. It's real to Kuda. And he can scream at people that Sally is a real girl, and he totally does have a real girlfriend.
I just think it's
She just goes
silly.
to another kingdom.
I just think it's extremely silly. And, like, he got poor fucking Alex Hedgefox, who is still extremely delusional, to spend more time out of his day when he should be spending his time with his girlfriend, harassing copyright holder places and websites, trying to figure out if Sega owns the Freedom Fighters. When everyone knows Sega owns the Freedom Fighters, it's just Sega isn't going to fucking use the Freedom Fighters because they don't want to use the Freedom Fighters. But they want that information just so they can keep harassing Sega. And that's all they want the information for. IDK, every time I hear about Archie and the word Mobian, and anything with Archie fans, Kuda, Pinders, and the faces appear. Yeah, that's literally what it
Yeah,
feels like with
same.
me. I was talking to Lava about this the other day, and I'm like, I used to really like Sally. Sally was one of my favorite characters. Sally is one of the reasons why I like tough women. But like whenever I see Sally now, I just think of those people, and
Those freaks.
it kind of puts a sour taste in your mouth and makes you like them a little bit less. And it's like you really shouldn't let that be. Like they shouldn't ruin something for you. You should still be allowed to enjoy something. But I'd be lying if I said that it did like taint the character for me a little bit. Like if I said that it didn't taint the character, because it did. Like, I do like the character a little less now. Ooh, you had the Midas gun. If I would have fought you fairly, you would have torn me to pieces.
Yeah, I entered into like the actual like Sonic fandom late. I didn't really know what the fucking Archie Sonic was. Uh, very quickly didn't like it though because the art looked bad, didn't like the stories, and the fucking fandom. Like Archie was already over by this point. It had been for like I think it was late 2020, late 20 or early 2021. I got
No,
into it.
no.
It was before we met. It was
Archie ended
just slightly before we met.
Archie ended in like 2017, 2018.
Yeah, well, it had been over for a little bit, and like that's why I'm saying it had been like minimum 3 years, since it had been over.
Yeah.
And the fucking fans were just some of the worst fucking people. And mind you, I didn't know what the fuck a rich monk was. And like there's so many of these I genuinely dislike Sally because of so many people who were rabid about her. I didn't know who the fuck she was, and they were some of literally the most unhinged, toxic people. I hated interacting with them and
The
seeing them.
Sally fans are
They were some of the
definitely
worst.
Sally fans are definitely another fucking breed because fucking like just some of the shit that's happened involving Sally fans, like making a sex doll out of fake human bones.
I mean,
Like
I have to admire the craftsmanship because being able to whittle wood to looking like human bones, that's impressive. However, making that the context of you putting that into a real life, like, anthropomorphic chipmunk as a sex doll girlfriend thing, creepy as fuck. You're weird.
it is creepy as fuck, but like anything that keeps them away from harassing real women is like a bonus to me. Like these
No, they're
people.
gonna keep harassing real women. They're just going to hide the sex doll when they come over. When they
Oh
finally
yeah,
trick them.
Mr. JP does that. They added a gun into Fortnite where it shoots portals. It's a portal gun.
But it's just like retooling the void mask.
Kinda, but like this is like an actual teleporter gun. Like it shoots teleporting portals.
That's weird.
You can send people to the other dimension. Also, Robo said you have the
No,
same
how could you
opinion as
do
him.
that? Yeah, I figured we had the same opinion from the first comment.
That could be really useful in team play though. Like someone's killing your teammate and you shoot them at like you shoot a portal at
You
them.
launched them to another dimension.
Yeah. That could be really fucking useful. My bat's about to break.
Yeah, that's why even though the IDW comics have a lot of issues, they are very flawed. I still really like them because like I don't think the fandom around IDW has been nearly as toxic from just the little bit I've seen from the Archie community and like I did actually try getting into the Archie comics. I just straight up did not find them interesting. I did
See,
not find any of the characters appealing.
my problem with IDW is when compared to Archie is that it never
Yeah,
really
exactly. Robot 7 or 47.
it never feels
Sorry,
like
go ahead.
Archie it never feels like IDW's characters are allowed to progress, and it really just feels like the plot is stagnant. And
I blame fucking Ian
I blame
Flynn,
Ian.
honestly.
I blame the mandates. I blame a lot of different things for it
I
being
don't
that
think the
way.
mandates are as strict as fucking he is, though.
I agree with that, but I do believe that like if characters were allowed to be in relationships, which I know is a real mandate that characters can't be in relationships.
All it
Um
should be is canon characters, canon game characters. Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, Amy, any of those characters. They shouldn't be allowed in
all I'm saying
relationships.
is that
Other than that, I don't give a shit if they're
for
in
the most
relationships or
part,
not.
for the most part if you make money, Sega doesn't give a shit about the mandates because fucking the Sonic movie broke so many Sega mandates and Sega
I think
just continued to
to be
roll with
fair,
it.
I think the movies are doing their like own thing. I think Sega understands like it's its own little universe
They
thing.
did tell the movies to not include Sonic's backstory and Eggman's backstory. I don't think the backstory they have is the real backstory for Sonic and Eggman because Sega said they do not want to give the characters an origin.
Yeah, I think that's why, like, they wanted to give them an origin. They were told not to. I think that's why we get a vague origin.
Yeah, Sega has like a real strict thing about Sonic and Eggman having no definitive origin.
Most IDW fan issues I see is Ian, of course, and Surge, Tangle, and Whisper fans begging them to include in mainline stuff. That's about it. To be fair, I don't know how often Surge is included. I haven't been keeping up with the mobile games, but Tangle and Whisper have been quite like they've appeared quite often in
Surge
the
isn't in
mobile
Speed
games.
Simulator yet, but she's in quite a few other things.
Okay. I know
She's in
Tangle
Dash
and
and
Whisper are in a
Forces.
lot of the spin-off games. Like they're in the Roblox thing, they're in
I don't think
Dash, Sonic Speed
is Tangle
Battle.
in the
Actually, is
Roblox
Sonic
thing?
Speed Battle the one I'm thinking? Yeah, we just got Whisper in the Roblox thing. That's why we were collecting the Wisps.
Okay, okay. No, no, no. That was Whisper. Is Tangle in it?
Oh,
I don't
I
know if
actually don't know
Tangle's
if
in it.
Tangle's in. Tangle, okay, I take it back. Tangle might not be in, but at least Whisper's in. If Whisper's in, they're probably going to be adding Tangle in soon.
Yeah, yeah. That's a fair assumption.
Just because those two of they're a pair. You'd be weird to
Galentine's
have the one
Day.
and not the other. Going to beat both of you. I'm going to beat Sega and you get out of here with Galentine's Day.
How dare you not respect the sanctity of Galentine's Day? But yeah, fucking what I was gonna say is
We just need to, you know what we need to do? We need to be like, well, okay, they're saying Galentine's Day, and it's just them being friends. Lesbians need to co-op that. That's
um
their version of Valentine's Day. It's still Valentine's Day, they just use the silly word for it, because it's cute.
what you were saying a second ago though, that is Sonic Forces now. They renamed that game to Sonic Forces.
That's not
Speed
Sonic
Battle.
Forces. Sonic Forces is a garbage game, and they can try desperately as much as they want to try to make people talk about Sonic Forces in a better light. But that's Speed Battle, that's not Sonic Forces.
Speed Battle is Forces now.
It's not.
That's how Sega was able to lie and pretend like they made more money off Forces.
That's because Forces sucked ass. That was the worst fucking thing they could have done for
Have you
Sonic.
watched what is that?
Beastars. No, I have not.
What is
I think that's
that?
that furry show.
Oh,
Furry
why?
anime.
No, why would I watch that?
I have no idea. I hear it's good. I have no interest in it personally.
I've watched
It might be
Invincible.
good.
That's like the most
Eh.
modern show I've watched is Invincible.
Okay, so you won't stop talking about
I
it.
like Invincible. If you fucking land on this bridge, I will fucking knock you the fuck out.
Yeah.
He was gliding over my fucking bridge, and I'm like, I will destroy you. My bat broke! No!
I say that's what you get for beating up a car with it.
There's only 2 people left. I'm gonna get the fuck away from the guy with all the superpowers. If they have the
That
coin,
makes sense.
if they have the coin, they have super speed, and I don't want to be anywhere near a guy with super speed.
Yeah, that sounds like probably not a good option.
Yeah, no, not fun. Because I have teleporting, I don't really have to worry about getting around, so I can just try to let those two kill each other. They're gonna nerf the teleporting gun.
Only if you bring up how good it is.
Infinite has old Broly syndrome. Man, bad written origin, but cool character. Okay, so here's my thing. I like Infinite only if they continue to tie him into Shadow. If Infinite is only included in Shadow the Hedgehog plots, I would like Infinite. Because he has a deep personal connection to Shadow. But if they try to make him a Sonic villain again, I don't give a shit about Infinite. I only want to see Infinite fight Shadow. Like, they literally tied Shadow into his origin story with making him hide his face and fucking, and basically giving him his, like, name and everything. So, like, yeah, no, they need to fucking use Infinite with Shadow. Fuck. That guy's gonna heal now. They have to take care of that other guy. Boop. Got him. One guy left.
You got this. You just gotta focus.
Got him. Victory Royale.
Nice. How is Invincible? Never watched it?
I love Invincible. I think Invincible's a 10 out of 10 show, honestly. It's a lot better than the comic book. I think the only thing you can criticize Invincible about is animation quality, because Season 1 looks like utter shit. Season 2 looks really good, and Season 3 looks slightly worse than Season 2, but 1,000 times better than Season 1. Silver doesn't get a year. Silver doesn't get a year. This is not the year of Silver. I'd rather this be the year of Amy.
It's going to be the year of Amy more than it's going
The
to be
year of
year
Silver.
of Silver. I'm not gonna lie. Silver performed very poorly in his first game and hasn't really been brought back properly, and has only been brought back really in the comics because Ian really likes fucking Silver.
The year of Silver
And
would
he
be
doesn't know
like
how to write him or Blaze.
the year of Silver would be like the fucking year of Luigi, where Sega loses a ton of fucking money.
You fucking Luigi alone. This Luigi slander.
No, the year Luigi lost Nintendo a ton of money. That's an objective fact.
Fuck you.
You can't deny that. It happened.
You and Nintendo are just a weak. Luigi is great.
The only Silver fan is Sonic 96. Like, or 97. I don't remember what her name is. Like, she's the only.
I think it's 96.
She's the only motherfucker that likes Silver. She is the
You're
one
gonna
Silver
make
fan.
all of the Silver fans get really pissed off at you.
All two of them.
It's kind of weird. Like there is a weirdly big niche of Silver fans in the fandom.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
I'm not sure why, because like I grew up with the game Silver was introduced in. I did not like Silver. I was like 6 at the time.
There are no Silver fans. Yes, better than the comic. I'm not kidding. I really love the Invincible show. It's made a lot of writing decisions that are better than the comic book. There we go. I'll pick the rainbow wings. I talk to both. They don't even play games. They're movie fans. Who? Oh, you talk to both of the fucking Silver fans. Is that what he's saying?
I think that's funny,
You
actually.
excited for Avengers Doomsday? I'm excited for um
I'm not.
I'm excited for the Fantastic Four to finally be included. I'm excited for Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. I'm terrified for everything else. Oh, Silver fans, yeah, okay, I did read that right.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's actually a funny comment.
Yeah. I don't know if Silver will be in the next movie. Like, the next movie would be the optimal point to put in Silver because it's time travel. So if Silver
hmm
doesn't get in that movie, then he's just been completely cucked out of the franchise because he already got the Flames of Disaster stolen by Knuckles. Like, Knuckles has the Flames of Disaster.
Really, the next movie should honestly be, because we're going into the future, it should be, uh, Silver and Amy. Or I guess presumably we're going into the future. I guess there's not enough actual details to show if that's actually true or not. But, it looks like there's time travel going on. So you think getting Amy and Silver, but there's not any guarantee we'll be getting Silver. I think we will be, because I think what they're gonna do, since this is going to be
I think
they
Silver would be
they
the end
introduced Sonic at the
credits.
first one, then two characters in the second one, Tails and Knuckles, and then one character in the third one. I think they're going to introduce two characters they're probably going to be deeming as secondary, like Tails and Knuckles, and have them be both in the second movie or the fourth movie.
What if Amy is
I
the
don't know.
Blaze replacement and they are going to adapt '06?
That would be weird.
That
I'm
would
not
be
gonna lie.
weird.
What if they just don't have Silver at all and it's instead Rouge?
That would be even weirder.
That would be
But
weirder.
Rouge was in the Resistance and Prime, so it's not completely out of left wing. Uh,
I fucking hate resistant shit in Sonic so
Sonic
much.
fans are weird. Big shock. I know most dogs at least don't play the games. Yeah, a lot of the crazy Sonic fans don't play the games. Like Richard Kuda is just obsessed with the media. He hardly ever talks about the games. I don't think he fucking plays them.
You think you'd be like introduced to it via the games and really liked the games, or even if like kind of fell out of love with the games because they've done nothing but shit since Sonic Heroes. But
Maybe
it's still
Sonic
you think
4
you'd be
just pushed him to his
interested.
breaking point. He can't look at the games anymore.
No, that's Tails.
That was his fucking breaking point. He couldn't handle it
I'm
anymore after that.
sorry, little buddy. The adults who talk. Oh, that video. But it's still though like I get maybe not having the money to buy some of the big name games, but like there are mobile games and there are ports that are free to play some of the older games, and it's just it's weird to me.
I can't look at Sonic Movie 2 anymore without thinking of fucking what's his face. Like, it's really tragic. Every time I see Sonic Movie 2, I think of Bo Blacks, and it's really fucking sad.
Yeah, that's what I thought. No, you don't understand, babe. Sonic and Tails were cuddling really intimately next
Why
to
do
the
people
fire.
keep
I
thinking
know
that
they're
Tails is a
brothers,
fucking
but
twink?
have you considered? I fucking hate people like him so much. They're brothers. Stop being fucking weird, you goddamn creeps.
Him and fucking Zealous should be friends. Not Zealous. Is it
No.
Zealous? I think his name's
I
Zealous.
think it's. I think that's the weirdo. I think
Yeah.
that's the weirdo who is obsessed with wanting to little 8-year-old fox boy.
Yeah.
Uh, My introduction to Sonic was weird. My first experience with Shadow 05 of all things. That is a little weird. That is a weird one to start off. Did you enjoy it though? That's the
My
important part.
my introduction to Sonic was the little fucking LCD game from McDonald's. That was my introduction to Sonic.
Mine was I guess technically the Gems collection, I think. I don't remember which one was like the actual first one I played, but I remember playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles a lot. Sonic 1 quite often. I actually didn't like 2 that much. I did not like Tails. Um and Sonic Mean Bean Machine. Fucking loved Mean Bean Machine. I sucked ass at that game because I was like 5, but I really liked that game.
No, Mean
Actually, I
Bean
was younger
Machine
than
is
5.
just
I was like
hard
4.
in general. It's just hard in general.
Yeah, but it's hard in general, and I'm like 4 or 5 years old playing it.
Yeah, but I don't blame you. Like fucking Mean Bean
I just
Machine
like the
is just a
silly red
difficult game.
hedgehog boy who could climb walls.
Is it just me, or is it Tails there in the Sonic movie? Sorry, I had to reread that. Wait, what? Is it me, or is Tails just there in the Sonic movie?
You mean like he doesn't feel like he has too much of a character?
I mean,
Yeah,
movie
I get what
2,
you
he
mean with
had a lot
that.
to do, but movie 3, both him and Knuckles were useless. Like, they didn't do
Knuckles
shit.
was more useless than Tails. Tails at least hacked into the government buildings and shit.
Yeah, it wasn't their movie. It was Sonic's movie, Sonic and Shadow. And I get that. I fucking get that. It is the Sonic movie. But, like, you have these characters there, and, like, you could have done something with them. But they did
But
literally
it is
nothing
kind of
with
my
them.
concern with them introducing a bunch of new characters into the movies because I don't know when they're going to
They could have
stop
just
making
had.
movies.
They could have just had.
They're adding more and more characters.
They could have just had Sonic movie 3 take place during the Knuckles show. And that's why Knuckles isn't there. It would have been easy to explain that, and then like it's an automatic cop out. Like you could just be like, yeah, that's why he's not there. He's fucking
Yeah, but then
bowling.
you wouldn't have the argument between him and Sonic later in the movie, so.
Yeah, I know, but like you could rewrite it just to fucking remove him from the movie instead of just making him useless. Like I'd rather him be moved out of the movie than him be there and do nothing.
I became a hardcore Sonic. Alright, that. I became a hardcore fan after playing mobile version of CD, which made Metal and Eggman my favorite characters. Hell yeah, Eggman fan. Spotted.
I became
Hello, Eggman fan.
I became a hardcore fan of Sonic because 2003 is like the main year that I like fully started being sentient, and they had the Sonic McDonald's pushing, they had Sonic Heroes coming out, the Sonic X anime. Um, it had I had the luck of my cousin moving on from the previous console generation, so he gave me his Genesis and his Mega Drive because he had both. He had the European and American consoles with all the
That's
Sonic
weird. Why
games.
did you have both? That's so strange.
He had a Mega Drive to play some European exclusive games. Wow.
Poor Shadow, a mentally ill owner getting jumped by Sonic in his career. To be fair, he did murder at least 10 gun agents. But yeah, no, like, Shadow got done dirty. The third movie was really good because of that. Like, the ending. Oh,
I just fucking hate that
I
I've
think
been
they
a
handled that
Shadow
really
Stan.
well.
I've been a Shadow Stan the whole fucking time, but ever since Shadow the Hedgehog came out, tons of people were like, Shadow's just edgelord. Shadow sucks. He shouldn't be allowed to have a gun. And now everyone's like, I love Shadow. I love his motorcycle.
Give
I love
Shadow
his
his
gun.
goddamn gun. Shadow riding a fucking motorcycle with a gun is badass.
Yeah, everyone's acting like
Like,
that's what they
I
always fucking wanted. And I'm like, no, it isn't. I got shit for years for liking how edgy Shadow is. And in case you didn't
yeah,
notice, the Cyclone has a heavy resemblance to Shadow. Like, I have proof
I
that I've
was
been a Shadow stan the whole fucking time.
I was a huge fan of Shadow when I was younger. Like my top three characters for the longest time, and these have changed over the years, was Knuckles, Eggman, and Shadow. And for a good while when I was a kid, Shadow was my number one. But I felt like I couldn't tell people that, even when I was still in school, even when I was still in like middle school, because Shadow was seen as edgy and lame, and anyone Tim was a fucking loser. And just like I didn't really care what other people thought about me. It's just the like it kind of hurt that something I liked was deemed as like so fucking lame, and you were automatically considered a loser if you did like that thing. It was like it's just the edgy hedgehog guy. Leave him alone.
The thing is, it's
It's got
like,
sad backstory.
the problem with the Shadow the Hedgehog hate is that people treated Shadow like it was a mainline Sonic game, instead of being the first and only Shadow game. Like, if people could
Yeah.
have just divorced the expectations of what a Sonic game is from that game, the only problems then become the controls, which are the same problems we had in Heroes.
Well, this
And,
is why we don't get spin-off games, because people want to hold it up to mainline games and can't really understand that, like, just because it's in the same franchise doesn't mean it's necessarily the same game, and that's kind of why people shit on Knuckles Chaotix.
well, Knuckles Chaotix has serious problems too, but,
It does have serious problems, but like people also were upset that it wasn't like a mainline Sonic
yeah,
game.
but what I was getting at though is like the only thing I would really give Shadow the Hedgehog is that it has more endings than it needs to have. And I don't mind the multiple non-canon endings. I'm just saying there are endings that are nearly fucking the same, and that shouldn't be a thing.
You
And
haven't played through all 300 possible different ending combination? Fake fan, fake fan.
I have played through all of them. Because I saw the true final boss. But yeah, uh, most of those endings aren't needed though, because they're literally the same thing with only a slight dialogue change. Really can avoid it. I'd rather you just Google the last cutscene online than fucking do that. Like actually beat the game like that. Um, but my main thing is any of the stages where you have to find an excessive number of things, especially if it's timed, those levels can go straight to hell. That is, find the bombs and detonate them in the city, and find the fucking the aliens and destroy them on the Ark. Fuck those two
Yeah, I immediately
levels.
thought of finding all the bombs because I've been watching Lythero's playthrough of Shadow. Like he's got multiple different parts, not just the one we saw. And he's like going through this level trying to find all the fucking bombs, and he just can't find them because that level sucks
Yeah,
ass.
fuck that level. And there's a mod. There's a mod that makes it to where you have to find and destroy less bombs. But I can't use that mod anymore because no one has updated the HD textures to be compatible with it. So if I want HD textures, I can't
See,
fucking
he
play that
really
mod.
cares about the game looking HD and can't accept low poly, even though low poly is how God intended things to
It
be.
would be low
They are
texture. They
peak.
can't change the polys. Um,
Doesn't matter. Same difference.
but I would rather have the game visually look better than play better. So
Yeah, because he's a dweeb.
I will take the fact that I can't have more quality of life changes if it means that I can have the textures look really fucking clean. Especially because some of those textures change the entire mood of certain levels to feel more like a level from Sonic Heroes. It changes the color palette of the level, and I really like that. And I want that texture mod.
Um,
That's another problem I have with Shadow the Hedgehog was its choice of color palette. Its choice of color palette was really fucking boring. And this was not a problem that 06 had. 06 had really good color palettes.
my favorite things of Sonic are Weird Gun and Black Arms are legit my favorite of the series, I think, because I'm a Halo fan too. That's why. You know, fucking look. Okay. You know how I said I was a big Shadow fan? I never played the adventure games. I never had any of the consoles to play the adventure games. I've never played them. I didn't really have any context. I didn't really know who the fuck Shadow was. I just played him in Sonic Heroes and I really fucking liked him in Sonic Heroes. So, like,
Oh, fuck.
after Heroes, I didn't really play any of the games. I tried playing Colors. Colors was okay. I tried playing Werehog. Did not like Werehog. Got out of the games for a good long while. And so years later, like, I'm talking to Dylan. He's telling me about Sonic lore. I don't remember exactly how it's brought up. He's like, yeah, this is what happened to Shadow. He's an alien. And it's just like hearing that Shadow was an alien and like having his whole lore explained to me was crazy. In kind of a negative way, because it's like, this is so fucking stupid. What is happening? Why are there aliens in Sonic? Because I didn't like the Wisps
There are
either.
tons of
I
aliens in
didn't like the
Sonic.
Wisps. I fucking hated the Zeddy. I was like, why are there aliens in Sonic? And then learning that, first of all, I was so out of touch with the Sonic lore, specifically the Shadow lore, that I did for a long time genuinely think that like uh Shadow was possibly made in a lab by Eggman.
A lot of people
I
think
was
that when
really
they're kids.
confused.
A lot
Yeah,
of
I
people
that's
think
what I
that when
thought as
they're
a kid.
kids.
Yeah, I was very young, and it's what I thought, and I didn't ever have that misconception clarified, so I believed that for a long time, and then learning that, like, Gerald Robotnik and Maria were, like, even a thing really confused me at first, because I was like, wait, what the fuck? I thought this was Eggman's doing, but what the fuck do you mean Eggman has relatives? What do you mean Eggman's not just, like, this weird egg man? Yeah, being up late at night having Dylan explain to me the Shadow the Hedgehog lore, explaining to me that he's half, uh, alien, uh, Satan spawn, confused the fuck out of me for so long.
I would like Shadow to come back. I really would. Lava thinks that Robotnik is also going to come back, but I would like Shadow to come
You
back.
can't kill off Eggman. I will not watch the movies if it's just fucking Stone. I hate Stone. I don't give a shit about that fucker. Give me Eggman.
Preferably, I would like Shadow to drift off in space and then encounter the Black Arms in space, and a
Ooh, that
solo
would be cool.
Shadow thing not happen on Earth. And then after the Black Arms stuff, he finds a way back to Earth. So he'll be like a completely different character by the time he does meet up with Sonic again, because he's had his own hero's journey beyond what happened in the other fucking movie. That's what I would like to happen with Shadow. And I would like to just handle the Black Arms without getting them involved with Sonic and friends. Because if Sonic's around, Sonic's
Spin-off
gonna
movie,
save the
spin-off
day.
movie.
Or a spin-off show, whatever.
No, not spin-off show. Fuck that. Last
I,
time we got that, it was the Wade Whipple show. Yeah, toy.
Wade Whipple can't be in space.
I will make a space version of Wade Whipple to
Oh
follow
no, it'll
around
be like
Shadow.
Carl
Know
Weezer.
it,
How
because
there was
that
like
would
an
be
alien
cheaper.
Carl in Planet Sheen.
Yes, that's
Eggman
exactly
doesn't
what they're
have
gonna do.
friends, he's got family. I mean, he doesn't have a family anymore, he bug zapped him.
No, he's got a family. How dare you say that about fucking Metal? He loves him.
Metal Sonic isn't made yet, he's from the future in that continuity.
speaking of aliens, I kind of don't like the Frontiers changing Chao's lore, making Chaos's lore, making him an alien instead of a god slash mutated Chao. Chaos is underrated.
I'm
I thought he was still a mutated Chao.
well,
I thought
that's the
Chao
thing.
were.
That's the thing. Like,
I thought the Chao were this ancient race of being that lived
so
on the planet for that like devolved down into
no,
Chao, and
no.
then as he
How
interacted with the Chaos Emerald or the Master Emerald, he transformed to like a primitive version, basically. Is
how
that not what
original
happened?
how original Sonic lore went is that Chaos was a Chow who mutated from the exposure to the Master Emerald and the stress of
Yeah, I
his
know that.
kin
I
being
know the
killed.
original
Well,
lore.
hold on. All of the Chows in the game, you can mutate them into Chaos Chow, which are Chow that resemble Chaos and are immortal. Now the games have established that Chaos's race came from space, and their original forms were the alien forms. Chaos still isn't the final form of Chaos's race. It's just he's evolved closer to being like his original form. Because it showed on Tails' channel recently that Chaos is the middle form of evolution between the original aliens and the Chow. So a Chaos Chow is closer to being Chaos, and Chaos is closer to being an ancient, but Chaos is not an ancient. Chaos is not one of the ancients. But I do understand why
There
some people
is.
would be annoyed by the retconning, because he was supposed to be a god of destruction, but they've ditched him being a god of destruction a long time ago. They ditched him being a god of destruction all the way back with Dark Gaia. Because Dark Gaia is
Fucking
literally the
hate
god of
Gaia. I
destruction.
hate the Gaias. The Gaias are retarded. I fucking hate Chip.
Well, the
I
Gaias
I
are canon.
despise Werehog. Any game after Werehog, like Werehog and beyond, I like them. It hasn't been until recently with like Frontiers and shit that I've liked the games again.
There are real copies of the Sonic Bible. I think only Ken Penders and a couple others have pages from it. We have scans from the Sonic Bibles, though. I wouldn't really see a point in buying it because it's all outdated lore, and even when they update the Sonic Bibles, they contradict each other a lot. Because just a few years ago, the Sonic Bible said that there are two worlds in Sonic. Sometimes a game will take place on Sonic's world, and sometimes it'll take place on Earth. And now Sega's just saying there's Earth.
Yeah, I don't really think Sega likes Archie continuity at all, and Archie continuity would have to
Well, the
accept
thing
that
is
Mobius
that
is a thing.
it's all the way back to the OG Sonic lore. So originally, Sonic was supposed to be a ghost of like a fighter pilot jet guy. But then after that, they established that, and this is in some of the oldest versions of the fucking Bible, the Japanese one, that Sonic is from a different planet and does go to Earth. That has been a consistent thing for a long time. But the thing is like Sega's never fully established why, how. Like, if I had to guess, it was always supposed to be portal rings, lets them travel between worlds. But like Sega has never
Probably.
built on the two worlds thing, and they are the ones who forced the anime staff to make the human world be a thing in Sonic X. Sonic X was originally going to take place in a world completely run by animals, and Sega had them put it in the human world. So
That's
the
because Sega has always been weirdly obsessed with like Sonic being around humans.
yeah, the two worlds thing has been something they've been obsessed with for a long time. Even some of the why is matchmaking not working?
No matchmaking for you. You're a bozo. Sorry.
No able to select. We're working on a fix where players are unable to matchmake or select games in the lobby. Oh fuck, I picked the wrong day to fucking play Fortnite.
Apparently.
I can't play Fortnite. It's fucking down. There's no way to fucking matchmake.
I guess it's a good thing I couldn't play tonight.
Yeah. Okay, chat. I was gonna stream for 30 more minutes, so you can decide if you want me to like boot up something else, or we can just keep chatting and have like the game stand still. Because nothing stops the game from just being idle. So, do you guys want the game to be idle, or do you want me to try to get something else booted up? I can't interview Ken Penders. He won't fucking answer me. Because all of Ken Pender's loyal followers, the cult of Ken, they all hate me for very obvious reasons.
This work? Yeah.
Ah, a poll. I just like talking about stuff. We could probably just talk. Yeah, just chat is winning right now. What a fucking shit game. Fortnite is always having fucking issues. I swear to God. And Fortnite is
Because they
always
have
having
spaghetti
issues.
code. It would genuinely be better for them to fucking just like take a while off of Fortnite to build Fortnite 2. And then just continue off of that one until they have to inevitably stop and make Fortnite 3.
Fortnite 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, because hasn't this game been going on for like fucking nearly 10 years?
I think.
Have you tried what?
Have I tried what?
I don't know, have you tried?
I don't know what that is. I don't know what you mean, have I tried? I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, wait. I'm dumb. That's why. I think it's, have you tried to interview Ken?
Yes, I did reach out to Ken a long time ago. He replied to me, answered my questions, and then quit talking to me. Because I don't remember what I was looking in. Oh, yeah, it was the Scourge comic. I hit him up asking about, the Scourge people. He gave me answers on that, and then he never fucking talked to me again. It might be because I had an ongoing joke that I was gonna buy the rights to Jeffrey St. John.
He's charging like 10K for that goddamn little rat.
It was more
No
than
one
that.
wants it.
It was more than that.
It's too fucking much for a smelly rat.
Yeah, nah, he wanted more than 10K.
Smelly rat who wanted to fuck a 16-year-old at like 28 or some shit. Fuck him.
I'm gonna put
Jeffrey St. John. I hate him.
I'm gonna put Drake here. I'm gonna put Drake in the fucking stream. Since we ain't got no gameplay, we're gonna have.
Show the edge or show the pumpkin edge.
I don't know where it is. I'll have to go to Twitter real quick and get it. Give me.
I
a
literally sent it in DMs,
Oh,
guys.
okay.
He doesn't read my DMs.
No,
wow.
I don't when I'm streaming. I don't read our DMs when I'm streaming. What a shock that I don't read the DMs while I'm playing a video game.
You can look at it on your phone.
How? I'm streaming.
Speaking about shit, no more talking from you.
Nah,
Silence.
shut up. Your thing makes no sense, and you know it.
Speaking about shadowing, I like the Android decided the yellow one and the Chrome's one more than the OG shadow. Oh wow, I can't believe you would say that. That being said though, have you seen that there are like a fair number of people who make their own OCs inspired by the shadow androids? Like they take because the shadow androids aren't really programmed to have any of Shadow's memories or anything, so they're a lot of them are just shells.
Well, I mean, the red
people
one.
really like that concept.
The red and yellow one has Shadow's memories. They think.
Yeah, but
Shadow.
also there's a fuck ton of them, so there could just be another red and another.
Yeah, true. There could be
like,
more with skin.
People take them and I've been doing some like cool stuff with making them into characters and having it be like they're kind of learning to exist, basically learning like they don't. There's this one I saw is like, um, it didn't understand its past at all and was really confused about life and didn't really even understand that it was a robot. It was trying to figure out where it came from. Basically, it mirrored Shadow's story a lot, but it had its own unique spin on it. Oh my god, why is that so big?
That's just how they spawn in.
The Surge comic. Dang. The real lost one. Why did you put Edge over top of it? Yes, Pumpkin Edge. Do Metal OCs, but I did do Chrome Metal Shadow concept, but it never came to be. I think it could be a cool idea.
There we go. We have all the art that I want on the screen.
Oh, you didn't really want the edge art on the screen.
I
just
didn't know you
convinced
sent it. I didn't know you sent it. Shit up. Okay,
No.
let's see what fucking YouTube quota exceeded. What the fuck? Streamer bots YouTube quota has been exceeded. The team has already been aware and is working on this. I'm not using that fucking bot chat again. I'm never using this thing.
What happened?
It's having issues, like, with YouTube. I'm gonna fucking switch to Restream. I'm gonna switch
Oh,
back
no.
to
What?
Restream.
Oh, the thing on the screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you had me confused there for a minute. I was really not sure what the fuck you meant.
Yeah, I don't know how long the fucking chat has been broken.
Uh,
The YouTube chat has been broken for
a
a
little
while.
bit.
Yeah.
It's been broken for a little bit.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. YouTube chat's just fucking busted.
Also, can any of you explain the appeal of Scourge? I never liked that character, but he still sticks around, and I understand why people like him. He just kind of sucks in my opinion. Yeah. No, I fully agree. I don't fucking like Surge either. I don't get his appeal. Like, he's just the lamer, edgier stuff. Unironically, Surge is the better Scourge in every single way. Surge sucks ass. Surge is literally...
Give me a second, I'm trying to reboot Streamer Bot.
He's
No.
literally just, like, loser edgy Sonic. Who's like, you just had one bad day, you could end up like me. He's like just a fucking loser. He comes from a world that's like really happy and positive and was like doing really well off, and Sonic hated that apparently in that world. So he overthrew his father and the government and took over the world and is just like crying about it because he's a little bitch baby. Yeah, he's in an abusive relationship with their evil version of Sally. And then I think later, that red wolf bitch, Fiona, I think? I don't remember.
She's a fox.
I think he's in a relationship with her from, like, the main universe? That might just be fan lore. I don't know.
No. He gets with Fiona because he likes Fiona because she chooses to be evil. He said all the people from his dimension were
then,
made
like,
evil. She chooses to be evil.
It's so fucking stupid. I hate Surge. He's such a loser. Just have the chat take over the entire scheme.
Yeah, because Fortnite's fucking dead.
Bitch.
Fortnite's fucking dead, so there's no point in having it on the screen.
Yeah, but it's over everything. No art.
I was setting it up.
Surge is worthy fighter. They could make him a psychopath. I mean, he's already a psychopath. He fucking raped Bunny.
He didn't rape Bunny.
He did rape Bunny. She didn't know it was Surge. She thought it was Sonic.
Scourge. Yeah.
That's rape.
It's dubious.
She's Ian's middle finger to Scourge. That's why I think, yeah, basically. Like, she actually has a character, unlike Surge, or Scourge, so...
Yeah, it is crazy they slept with Bunny. He slept with Bunny, and evil Antoine tried to get with Sally.
Oh, he is shooting way too high.
No, because like
Normal.
the magical god goo said that it was destined for Sally to get with Antoine and become the rulers of the kingdom. So
Oh,
like
you didn't
evil.
mean evil Antoine. Okay, never
No,
mind.
no, it was about real Antoine. So evil Antoine took his place.
Why didn't evil Antoine try to get with Sally? I know she's a bitch,
Evil Sally is
abusive
with
cunt, but like
Evil
that's
Sally
their
is
word.
with Tails.
Evil Sally is a pedophile?
She's with
Holy shit!
Miles.
Oh
Her
my
name
god,
is
evil Sally is a
Alicia.
pedophile.
Her name is Alicia, and she's with Miles.
Why is her name Alicia? That's
It's
fucking
her
stupid.
mom's name. Sally's middle
Also,
name is
Tails is
Alicia.
8, she's 16, she's a fucking pedophile.
It is fucking weird. Just like her and Jeffrey St. John is weird.
I never defended Jeffrey St. John.
I
I would
know, I'm
never
saying.
defend that.
It's just
He's a
fucking
fucking
weird.
freak
The comic
pedophile
in
too.
general is weird. That comic is weird.
I think my favorite issues of Archie were when Mini Hands were the reason the comic was drawn. No one real artist, just Mini Hands were at play in their creation. Or Antoine. Average Archie moment, yeah. So I don't think that's what happened. That'd be too important.
Why did Shadow marry Sally? So that is in an alternate continuity. Basically, what happened is that um,
They don't
the
know who Shadow the Hedgehog is, first of all.
the
Second of
time
all,
the time stream got warped and Sonic got sucked out of the future, and it created an alternate future where Sally ended up with Shadow, and like Shadow became like an evil dictator, and it was a horrible thing, and it sucked, and I hated it. It basically just undid that future, and that timeline gets kind of restored by the end. Like, you think it would be like, oh, well, they fixed the time stream and everything went back to normal. No, Sonic just gets back with Sally, and they're gonna have their kids again, and it's like, what the fuck? Because Sonic remembered his kids, so he got like really depressed when they quit existing. So like Sonic is gonna get back with Sally, and now they're a lot older than they should be when they're having their kids, and they're just gonna keep fucking until they have their kids again.
this is why Sega does not let any of the Sonic characters be in relationships. All of the hard Sega mandates, you can kind of fucking blame on Archie if I'm being completely honest.
It's just sad because Japan gave us like a really interesting relationship with fucking Tails and Cosmo, and Boom let not Cosmo, let Tails be with Zoe. It's just ever since Boom, Sonic characters haven't been in relationships.
About movie 4, I know people want '06 because time related stuff, but I want CD story time instead. I agree. '06's storyline sucks ass, and adapting it to the movie would be really lame. I think adapting CD's storyline would be a lot cooler, and it would let them, like, fuck with shit a
You
lot
know
more.
it's gonna be set on Earth, though.
Well, yeah, of course, but, like, they could still do that. I'm sure they could find, like, how the rings are actual portals in the movie. I'm sure they could find some way to explain them going between time periods.
I think the next movie is gonna be set in the future so they can just finally complete the transformation and eliminate Tom. It's like Tom can't be
Leave
in this
Tom
movie.
alone.
They're
Leave Tom
slowly
alone.
phasing out Tom, and I feel like the
I like
Tom won't be in
Tom.
the
He's
next
okay.
movie
I like him more
because
than his wife.
Tom won't be in the next movie because they're in a different timeline. So there's no way to see Tom. So Tom will yet again only be at the beginning and end of the movie.
I mean, that's completely fine. This is Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't want slice of life daily. This is his morning routine. Tom wakes him up to go to school. I don't care.
I think Sonic
You
and
think
Tom.
Shadow and Sally's relationship could have worked if they actually
No.
knew who Shadow the Hedgehog was? No, absolutely not. Sally's too much of a bitch, and Shadow is too much of a a loner. He doesn't like to. No.
For me, I would see if Shadow would get with anybody, it would be Amy. Like
Yeah.
Amy is very similar to Maria in a lot of ways, and I think Shadow would want that same kindness and understanding and patience with
Mm-hmm.
his partner. I think he would want someone that sees him for who he is rather than what he can do. And
Yeah,
Rouge,
someone who is able to read him and understand him and see that he's not a monster.
Rouge likes Shadow, and she's like flirty with Shadow and stuff. But
Rouge is flirty with
I know
everyone. I
I was
don't
gonna
think
say
those two are a couple.
I don't think Rouge would be what Shadow would look for in someone. Shadow would be what Rouge might look for, but
No, I don't think it's what Rouge looks for. I think Rouge is actually interested in Knuckles.
I think Rouge hangs around with Shadow more because of what he can do rather than like trying to get with him.
Yeah.
It's him and Omega are like two of the strongest characters in universe. So hang around them and you're pretty much safe. Do you plan on
To be fair,
do you plan on reacting to Sonic Boom? I literally can't. Like I would have to find
get
some
copyright strike.
I'd have to find some fucking streaming platform to where I won't get struck. Because if I do it on YouTube, I'm getting struck.
To be fair though, Robo 47. If there were multiple Metal Sonics, that would just dampen the coolness of Metal Sonic, because then it's like, oh, now there's a dime a dozen.
In the
'Cause all of
movies, there are gonna be tons
all
of
of
Metal Sonics.
yeah, but that's different. He's talking about in the comics, I assume.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
because most of Eggman's robots, like, they're made in a factory. They're made to be pumped out and thrown out into the world. And Metal Sonic is special. That's why, like, don't ever see him throwing more than one Metal Sonic out at Sonic at a time. And when Metal Sonic breaks, he either repairs him or makes a brand new one that's meant to be even better.
Yeah, I think
I mean,
Eggman
that's
would
already
be.
kind of happened, Family Too Important. That's literally who Ken Penders is, so.
I think that Eggman would be more likely to mass produce Silver Sonics, the fucking Mecha Sonic, the Silver Mecha Sonic. If Eggman was gonna mass produce any of them, it'd probably be him, because he's not as strong as Sonic 3 Mecha Sonic, so there's less of a chance of him rebelling against Eggman. And if you have enough of him, he could probably be a threat. And he looks like he's made on the cheap because he only has like minimum paint, and you can still see like the bolts showing on him, which is not common for Eggman robots. And he's very versatile. So I could see Eggman mass producing Mecha Sonics. But that would be
Me,
it. But we already saw
me.
in Superstars that Eggman is willing to make cheap, mass-produced Metal Sonics in the sense of the base that can have different metal characters slapped on top of it. So it can be turned into a a Metal Tails, a Metal Amy. So he doesn't have to make a specific Metal Sonic, because Metal Sonic isn't just a robot. He has Sonic's biodata put into him. He literally is Sonic, but a robot. The other metals are not. Like, Metal Knuckles is not Knuckles. He's just a robot that looks like
No,
Knuckles.
no.
How about Vimeo? Might be safe
Look at
there. I don't
all
know.
look at all those Eggman robots.
But yeah, I would like to see the mass produced robots again. I forget what they were called. He had like a whole army of them in Superstars though.
Um,
And they seem to have very low intelligence, so there's no chance of them turning on him.
what were they called?
I don't remember. But
Not either.
what did I like about Archie? I would say the thing that I liked about Archie is that it's the same thing to why I like Fleetway and why I like the Mangaverse. It's its own unique thing, and it doesn't feel like it owes itself to the games. Because if I wanted the game story, I'd play the games. I don't go to alternative Sonic media just expecting a one for one representation of the games. I think that the Archie comics keeps what Sonic is at his core intact, or at least what he was for the time, and gives him a new world to live in. And I think that the characters that they chose to surround him with were very interesting, and I think that they were very cool. I think that there's a lot of writers who helped ruin Archie, but also Archie has more good than bad overall. But it does have a lot of bad.
You say that. But again, you have to remember, Mini Hands made at least 2 comics. It's just, the
People
more I think about and learn
underpower
about Archie, the just more I dislike it.
people underpower Metal a lot. Remember, it took everything in Heroes working together to take him before the characters got. Well, to be fair, in Heroes, he was Neo Metal. Neo Metal is an upgrade that Metal Sonic does not always have access to. Neo Metal is when Metal Sonic combines with a weird organic biometal, and we've never gotten an understanding of what the biometal is and why Metal Sonic confused with the biometal. But I personally think, conspiracy theory not proven, don't take this as fact, I think the biometal is what's used to make the shadow androids, because the shadow androids are also referred to as being clones. So I think the shadow androids are both robotic and living. Biometal has never been really built upon, and I'm assuming the fakers in Sonic Heroes are also biometal copies. And that's what Metal Sonic was talking about, that he would be the metal overlord ruling over like a metal empire. I'm assuming he was literally going to replace all of Sonic's friends with robot copies.
I mean, we already had a robotic Knuckles and a Tails doll.
Well, they were all going to be liquid metal like the fakers are in Sonic Heroes.
Yeah, but that's weird.
Yeah. And those fakers inspired the prelats from Archie, and then that inspired the Zombots from the IDW comics.
Yeah, and honestly, that should have been something that was going to be in Archie, but was left in on the cutting room floor because Archie got canceled.
I
Because
wouldn't be shocked.
that would have been a stupid fucking storyline.
I wouldn't be shocked if the metal virus is a weaponized form of biometal, but we've never understood what biometal is to begin with, so I can't say that the metal virus is a weaponized biometal. Also, average W for 5 Zeddy
I don't
fans.
think it is.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like Zavok gets to be in fucking the new Sonic Racing game. But the bigger thing is, and the thing everyone cares
I
about is
fucking
that
hate I
Jet
hate
is coming
Bloody.
back and the Extreme Gears are coming back. So it's basically a new Riders game as well.
Jet is coming back. He was in the roster 2 times. You can play as Jet and Jet 2.
No, it's Jet and his twin brother Engine. No, Turbine. Fuck. I should have chose Turbine.
No, no, Engine is funnier because Jet Engine.
Yeah.
I was hoping you'd come up with some kind of joke like that.
Also, all their names are water puns. He's Water Jet, Storm, and
Storm,
Wave.
Wave. Which is really weird that they're all water puns. Because, like, most of them aren't birds that hang around water too often.
I think it's because of
And
the
I guess they kind of surf. Like, their surfboards also a skateboard. They don't really hang around water. They're
I
weird,
think it's all biblical references because they were on like
probably.
yeah.
The
It's
Shadow the Hedgehog is Hedgehog Antichrist. It's Sonic is Jesus Hedgehog Christ. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
there are more biblical references in Sonic than I could ever count.
There are a weird amount of biblical references in Sonic.
Hell,
It is
technically, if you want
really
to
weird how many biblical references
if you
there
want
are
to
in
get
Sonic.
really technical, all the way from the beginning, Sonic was compared to the sun, and in so many different religions, God is called the sun.
It's really weird. Like, if you haven't noticed that, like, I honestly start looking into Sonic stuff. Like, there is a lot of really weirdly religious stuff in Sonic.
Well, yeah, especially because
Jet
Iblis,
Crossroads just
Iblis, Mephiles,
Iblis
Ifrit,
Trigger.
like those are all religious stuff.
The Chow Garden, the Heaven Garden, and the fucking Hell
Just
Garden.
it being garden in general is also a biblical
Yeah, it
reference.
being a garden, literally just it being a garden.
Yeah, because it has trees in it and it produces fruit that the Chow eat.
Yeah, it's a holy kind of land that, like, nothing ever really grows, nothing truly dies.
The Chows are
And they
completely
always
innocent
reincarnate unless, like, you
creatures.
abuse them.
No, I
Yeah, they
think
are completely innocent
Chows
creatures that
do
they can
have
be easily corrupted based on who's around them.
I think Chows do have limited reincarnation cycles. I don't remember what the limit is, but I think they only reincarnate a couple
Do they?
times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was infinite.
No, I think they
It might
reincarnate.
be, but, like, still, they're, like, in a perpetual baby state.
Yeah, they reincarnate a few times and then they're stuck at whatever stat they're at in their final reincarnation.
Yeah, I was only half joking about Shadow being the Antichrist, the Hedgehog Antichrist.
I don't want
Getting
another.
Crossroads just makes me want another Fighters game. Sonic had a racing game for fitting for him and his style.
I would
What were you saying?
like. I would like another Sonic R style racing game where you race on foot. We kind of get that in the Roblox game, but like that's not good enough. And we also kind of get that in like Sonic Forces Speed Battle, but like other than that, we don't have a real on-foot Sonic racing game. I would like for Speed
Yeah.
Battle to be playable on console and PC, Sega. That would be really nice. I would like that a lot. They'll never do it. Even though it already has a widescreen mode built into it that's hidden. Dylan, man, we came a long ways. We're always halfway done. with 20 decades. Yeah, yeah, we are almost done with the 2020s.
God,
Feels like
makes me feel
2013 wasn't
old.
that long ago. It's been 12 years ago, bruh. Oh, it feels like it's been a long time ago for me.
It's
It feels like it's been a long ass time since 2016. Like, honestly. Like, it definitely
mm-hmm.
feels like it's
Yeah,
been 10 years since 2016.
it's like a weird thing. 2016 does feel like it's been 10 years ago for me as well, but 2018 feels like it was just like 2 years ago. It doesn't
Yeah,
feel like
because
it
the
was that long ago,
pandemic's
which
a
is really
blur for me.
weird.
The pandemic is a
Yeah,
blur
the
for me.
pandemic's a blur for me as
It
well.
might be because I spent most of the pandemic being mentally ill and either going into a hospital, going into one house, going into a different house, always on the move, like being medicated, going to therapy. Like it could be all of that that caused the pandemic era and slight post-pandemic era to just fly by for me. But fucking that's just a blur to me. My memories really stop at around like 2019, 2020. Like, I can't remember hardly anything that I did in California. Like, I know I went to
That's it.
California. I remember some of the stuff that happened there, but like most of it's just a fucking blur.
Hearing biblical stuff with Sonic, I do notice a lot of Sonic fans being religious. That stereotype is a thing I've experienced. Yeah, honestly, I don't really know why there's like this weird cross section between Sonic fans and like religion. I'm sure you've seen the posts of like Sonic praying and crying to the cross and stuff like that. It's just weird Sonic art that's like really weirdly religious, oftentimes not even having anything to do with the games. It's just strange.
2020
I
was
think it's
fine for
partially
me.
because Christianity is just popular, or at least like the aesthetics of it was popular in Japan for a little bit, but go on.
2020 was fine for me. It's 2021 that was absolute shit. Like 2021 was like honestly the worst year of my fucking life. Like I fucking hate 2021 and I would never want to relive that year again. Like I've had a lot of fucked up stuff happen to me in my life, but I would never want to go through the fucking complete shit show that was 2021 again.
Yeah, I 2020 really wasn't a great year for me at all. 2021 wasn't that much better.
You notice yourself getting older in any way? Only my fucking voice, really. Like, can't, my throat can't talk as long as I used to. I'm having health issues when it comes to that, so I can't do like multi-hour streams anymore. Because then my voice starts to cut out, and I can't really get as high pitch as I used to either. So that's like really the only thing. I grow a full beard a lot, which is why my channel art is updated to have like a beard. But I could grow a beard back then too. I just didn't want to. Um, I would say the only way that I
Should
notice
not
that
be.
I'm getting older is some white hairs and not being completely mentally unstable. Those are like the only signs of age for me.
Well, not being completely mentally unstable is more of a sign of growth. Two fans I talk to are Christian. Are they perhaps both of the silver fans you were also talking to?
But yeah, I am really hyped to do more video stuff, and I'm gonna try to get some videos recorded tomorrow. It's really hard to like balance out my time because I work a 9 to 5 now, and it's like either spend my downtime hanging out with Lava, who I love spending all my fucking time with, or
Mine.
edit a fucking video for 3 hours and upload it. Like the videos, despite how simple they look and despite how shitty they may be, it still takes time to like prepare what topic you're gonna record, prepare the recording, record it, then fucking edit the things you have to edit out of it, and then upload it. Like, it still takes time regardless.
Yeah, and when you don't have enough time to like just be able to sit down and like record all day, like it does take more time to get videos out because you gotta balance. You gotta have that work-life balance.
Yeah, 9 to 5, working hard. Yeah, it's not like
Mm-hmm.
literally 9 to 5. I don't work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., but I do work that time shift. Like, I work those amount of hours.
Oh, so the silver fans are the Christians. I knew it.
But yeah, I really like having a job. I really like being employed, and for as much as I did enjoy content creation, like YouTube, I know it's gonna be the most predictable thing ever, and we're about to wrap up soon. But YouTube really isn't the same anymore. Like, and
It's really
it's not that
not.
YouTube has changed. It's that the creators have changed. Now everyone is like completely money obsessed and revenue obsessed and fucking analytics obsessed and like growth obsessed. I didn't come to YouTube to get like crazy big and popular. If I did, I would have continued doing Is Stupid and not Sonic. Um, I just want to post stuff to YouTube because YouTube is fun for me, and I only want to post on it when I want to. So when I'm interested in making something and when I'm motivated to make something, I'm gonna post to it. But like, I don't want to make this my career because that kind of sucks the fun out of it. I would like to get to where I'm at a point where I'm comfortable and can upload at least once a week again. That's like my dream goal, is to get back to consistent weekly content. But there hasn't been a stable point yet to where that's feasible. But I would like it to where I would be able to start talking about Sonic weekly again for YouTube. Because I can do like a million of those fucking social media lunacies. And those are fine. People like those. But I would like to do Sonic stuff again. I would like to just talk about Sonic on either my main channel or side channel. But yeah, we are gonna
Sonic
be
cooler, not gonna lie.
we are gonna
Sonic
be
cooler than Wings shoving his wife to the ground for potentially as scripted reasons.
we are going to be wrapping up now. It is 1 o'clock. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Sorry we couldn't play as much
Sorry.
Fortnite as I wanted to, but Fortnite down, everything lame, reality of the world. Things don't always go the way you plan them to. Next time when I
Yep.
stream, I don't know when it will be. I don't know what it will be about. I don't know if it'll be more gaming or not. But hopefully you guys will still be around to watch that and comment and engage. Because that's fun. Um, do whatever YouTube stuff you want to with this. It's not going down, it's staying up. Hopefully you guys had fun. Night.